Hello, my name is Charles, and in today's video I think is going to be kind of funny. It's made to be funny or fun, yeah. So let's get right into it. Now, today's video is going to be on how to deal with rich people. Now, I'm just another guppy floating through the universe, floating through the cosmos. But sorry, OBS lag. But societally, I would be considered privileged. So grateful, thank God for that. Right? Whatever. So let's get right into it. So this is how to deal with rich people. So a lot of time people scoff and scorn and judge and criticize and do all those things, and I totally understand it, totally get it. And if I totally get it, because it's like you're putting quarters in the washing machine, and they're over there complaining about like, oh my gosh, my non-GMO superfood steak was not cooked to perfection. It's like $500 steak. So I get it, well, that's like, who are you? Look at what you have. Oh, you're sad? Well, you're rich. You're this? Well, you're rich. I get it. I get that. But I think the best way and the best thing to understand is, well, one, first and foremost, right? Everyone's just a human being, and we're all equal, and we can just throw the hierarchy thing in the garbage can. But I think the second thing to realize is treating rich people well, or really anyone well. A lot of the time is a matter of principle. So let's say, for example, I could use like a personal example, right? Let's say you're like paying a friend back, and super rich friend or whatever, and you're like, he's not gonna mind. He's not gonna worry about it. It's like, no, dude, paying them back. Let's say you all go out for dinner and you have like a super nice, friend dinner. You're eating sushi or whatever, and it's like, well, he's not gonna sweat $20 or whatever. But as a matter of principle, we all still feel those emotions of like reciprocity, fairness, stuff like that. And so just showing the effort and inclination, and even just principally treating them well. So let's say, I'll use a personal example that I could probably speak on. Let's say I, Uber somewhere, and it's, attached to my dad's car. Now, even then, I'm going to be like, okay, still got to pay him back. Yes, is he going to sweat that like small Uber charge? No, like, is it going to mean like all of us go hungry and, we can't live life, and, all the houses are going to get taken, everything's gone in the universe? Fucking no, dude. But as a matter of principle, it's like, rich people have emotions too, and they're just like everybody else. Literally, it could all be gone tomorrow, and they all still feel the same exact emotions. There's no different than anybody else. They're no different than you and I. I'm just some simple guppy dude. Like, all people of wealth or no wealth are just the same, right? Maybe the eclectics or maybe the surroundings and environment that they're in is different or stuff like that. But principally, how you should treat them should be the exact same. And they'll appreciate it too. Everyone appreciates it. So it's like, just because they're rich doesn't mean you don't treat them well, or doesn't mean you don't do the same things you would do to anyone else, So, this is probably not going to be a popular video. It's like, they're going to be like, yeah, but they're rich. It's like, well, that we don't even, dude, half of it, like, you don't even get to choose your lot in life. Like, you're born into a certain area. Like, who cares? Who cares? And so, yeah, I think that's important. So, yeah, I wanted to share that. Figured it'd be kind of funny. But yeah, it's like, it's an argument essentially for principles than proportion. Okay. So let's say, for example, you're walking up to Amazon. Let's say it's nighttime, and you're walking up to Amazon headquarters. You're walking up to Amazon headquarters or Amazon warehouse, and right, it's nighttime. There's no one in the Amazon warehouse, and there's loads of stuff in this Amazon warehouse. There's, it's like, a mountain, like whoever the guy in the Bible had like mountains of gold and riches and all that stuff, right? It's like it's that warehouse got it all, and like you could take a bunch of stuff from the warehouse, and is Jeff Bezos, is he going to worry about it? Is he going to wake up the next morning? No, the bank, like I won't live. No, dude. No, it's probably not going to change his day. It's probably not going to, like, in terms of proportion, it will not, effectively hurt him in any way, right? So you can make the argument, right? You could be in your little head like, what does it matter to him, And that's totally valid. I get that. I totally do, right? I wouldn't judge, right? If one of my best friends, went into the Amazon warehouse and took something without, when there's not a mouse in sight, am I going to judge? No. I totally understand it. But ideally and principally speaking, right? He's still a human who's equal to you and I, right? We're all ground equal, all right, from dust to dust. And so principally, if he feels like, oh my gosh, they stole from me, or he's a little irritated, or if he's like, if if Jeff Bezos was like, same person, lizard people, but if he was like, like irritated or frustrated, or they took from me, or now I'm gonna have to pay for more security, or I did it right. It's like I would understand him too. I would really get him too, right? Because principally, they still, everyone feels emotions. We're all just human beings at the end of the day, right? So all the status, this is just an ode to, irrespective of any silly nonsense status games or any hierarchical garbage, just throw it in the trash can. Treat everyone fundamentally as equal. You are not above nor below. No soul. Every soul is equal. And if you're absolutely devoted, and you have a romantic partner that you're absolutely devoted to, and they're devoted to you, then you treat their well-being above your own. And that's the only, that's pretty much it. So yeah, that's my little, rant soapbox, how to deal with rich people. So treat them like any other human being, with emotion and fairness and equality and, yada, yada, etc., etc. So I hope this was enjoyable. God bless all of you. God bless America. And, much love to you all. Enjoy yourselves.